Seconds remaining.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Here we
5
go.
seconds
Game
remaining.
number 3 of the night. This is it, our final game. We got Empire versus
Radiant
SFTe-sports
team
here for the SkinCoin WCA tournament. This being the group stage matchup here. So again, going into a game number 3, game number 2 that SFTe-sports somehow won. I mean, and by somehow I mean definitely well deserved on their part. Obviously, a very good job of showing their perseverance and everything, and Illidan a hell of a job on CK and got the appropriate farm necessary. And like I said, once those levels started hitting, especially 25 for Puck, and it really just became too much of a wall that Team Empire was hitting, and they just could not get through it to finish the job, despite having 2 melee racks killed much early on in the game. So SFTe-sports holds off, eventually wins it, and thus forcing this third and final game. BreakyCPK going to be joined by TraLFDota, who stepped out for just a second, but he'll be back here shortly. But also gives me time to remind you guys, if you type !SkinCoin in chat, brings up our giveaway information that we're currently doing, as well as if you go to skincoin.org, it's actually the latest cryptocurrency on the esports market. You can actually trade in for your favorite Dota 2 as well as CSGO skins as well. So you can check it out, guys. But for now, we are checking out the draft as it is here. So we got Lich, Nyx Assassin, Ancient Apparition, Venomancer. Now the 4 heroes so far. We've definitely got to see some different stuff, but at the same time, we still have those core of heroes that have been similar from game to game. Lich is one that really stands out. He's pretty much been first pick every time. We got the Nyx Assassin again, and then the AA and Venomancer. All 4 of those are very usual heroes.
5 seconds
Clockwork
remaining.
in the 3rd spot happening for Team Empire. So they're going to go Clockwork. He's made a couple appearances today. In fact, I want to say this is the 3rd time overall he's been seen between different series here. This game, we'll see if he runs in the 4 position or possibly the 3. Either Gostic or I guess it'd be Vansker. Going to be playing it. And now Phoenix coming out for SFTe-sports. Interesting. So there's our little bit of a different pick happening, as Phoenix will make an appearance. Wonder why they went to Phoenix here. The idea of
10 seconds
Empire
remaining.
maybe is it not the greatest at killing the egg? I guess that's
5
there a little bit,
seconds
but
remaining.
Ancient Apparition usually with the anti-heal, although Phoenix, if he gets the egg off, I don't think the Ice Blast will stop him by any means from healing up back to full life. Can't say I'm too familiar with the interaction, but yeah, I can't believe that's the case. So maybe a little bit of logic there. Or maybe setting up also for some big wombo combo. Nyx Assassin, they ran it offlane last game. I assume that means he's going to be offlane as well, and then Phoenix will be in the 4 position for the team. What if like a Faceless Void is possibly coming out now for, hell, either team? It actually feels like either team could use a Faceless Void here. That might be a pretty contested pick in that 4th spot even. Oh, there we go. I actually had myself still muted. That was my bad. Anyway, so I've been going over the draft here. We see Phoenix. I was kind of just talking about that pick, and I was also thinking about Faceless Void. Really on either side could actually be a strong pick at this point. Seems like.
Yeah, he definitely could be. Works well with the AA. Works really well with the Phoenix and the Chain Frost, so certainly could be good. I really like him, actually. Team Empire would be nice because they could lane him a lot easier up, but they go with a Troll. Troll is nice against Phoenix because it gives you that extra attack speed against the Phoenix Egg.
Okay. Yeah, to kill that off quickly. Yeah, that makes sense there. So they're thinking about that, and
10
now
seconds remaining.
SFT still leaning towards that possible Troll, but
5
so I get or
seconds
the
remaining.
Faceless, but is that worth it though? Like, do you really want to pick up a hero to actually really
called
counter
it.
the egg? Yeah, call the Faceless Void there. Brush
Well
off my
played.
shoulders here a little bit. There you go.
Yeah, no, it's just it works really nicely with Phoenix and Lich. Also can set up a stun from Nyx. Not the greatest thing in the world, but
10 seconds remaining.
it's going to work out nicely with their spells and combination
5
with
seconds
their ults, and
remaining.
it's pretty good against Troll. Keeps him. It's always. I mean, Chrono is always good against any melee core, and obviously Trolls can go range, but I mean he's still primarily always going to be in melee.
Yeah.
He wants to get that bash. That's the whole point of the hero. So.
Radiant team ban.
All right, so the final ban's now happening. Earth Spirit taken up by Empire. That's what? Earth Spirit. I mean, I figured Phoenix is going to be the 4. If anything, the Nyx would be the 4, and then maybe a Phoenix offlane, I guess. But I don't know if I'd see an Earth Spirit here.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
remaining.
Maybe they know something that we don't. Nyx mid.
Radiant team pick.
Like, true, yeah, I guess.
I don't know. Interesting stuff. Offlane. Maybe it'll be just played as an offlane Phoenix or something. But then they'd still have to do like Nyx mid. Yeah, I don't know. They know something I don't, or I haven't watched replays or enough games of this team to know. Or was a misclick. I don't know.
That's what I'm almost thinking. It's like, did they actually misclick there? Is that possible?
remaining.
But anyways, the Broodmother banning from SFT. That's a hero that's of course always going to be annoying to deal with. And Team Empire, even in the losing effort, they show that they can run it. So don't want to give up that option. You'd figure they're looking to draft their mid hero here on the side of SFTe-sports. So there's popular candidates like the Queen of Pain always comes to mind. Lena. Viper I brought up. Somebody that can assist damage into the Chronosphere. All 3 of those really can.
Turn to pick.
And there's also Invoker.
This could be punished heavily by any kind of hero. I mean, one of the problems with Invoker is it lane's really weak. Now, they could just dual lane. They could remedy that problem by going and dual lane Invoker mid with Lich and doing like a
10
Nyx.
seconds
I mean, they have options. They could go Phoenix as support for Void and then have Nyx in the
5
offlane.
seconds remaining.
So they definitely have options with their lineup in terms of the lane setups here for SFT. And options are always good. Options are always good.
You see
Axe
coming out. Okay. What a fun finish.
Yeah. You know, one thing I can say about the series we've casted today in both matches, both best of 3s, is we've seen a lot of different heroes, and that's always fun. So a lot of different, I mean, in NA, I'll say it's been pretty stagnant. I mean, it's the same friggin' recycled 20 heroes every single match. But
feels like it.
A lot of different flavor in these best of 3s.
So,
go EU, go CIS.
Yeah, no, it's definitely been entertaining there. Now, what if I told you that Topson playing the Invoker here, I am 100% sure he's going to be going Quaswex build. Because he literally plays Quaswex Invoker every time. This is actually one of their more popular heroes, and I've never seen him go Exort. He does not go Sunstrike early on. He's more of that crowd control.
Okay.
And builds the Urn, with the Cold Snap synergy, things like that.
Interesting that I mean, it's still I say my theory is that whichever one you feel you're better at, do that, because there's positives for both. Now, obviously, I like Sunstrike with Chrono, but you can also do EMP with Chrono as well, and that works out nicely. So I just think if you're not comfortable going Exort and you feel like you're a much better player if you go the other build, then do that. For instance, there's a Chinese player, I forget which team he's on now. I think it was LFY during TI. It might have switched. I don't know. I don't follow it that often, or follow it that closely, at least the Chinese scene. But this guy, Inflame, he used to, back when he kind of broke out on Team LV, it was when he was playing with, I want to say Mushi at the time. I can't remember, but he was on Team LV, and he was playing mid for them, and he would play Quaswex Invoker exclusively. He would not play Exort, and he dominated. I mean, he was the most impressive Quaswex Invoker I've ever seen.
Okay.
And yeah, so he just felt more comfortable with that, and he made it work. So, and let's see. Yep, he went Quas first, so you are right.
Yeah, it's never failed. I mean, he just always goes to Quaswex, like you said. Perhaps it's just that comfort thing, and that's where you can argue it's just for the better. So, the build usually is the Urn into maybe drums, and then it goes to Hannah Midas Ags, and that's pretty much going off from there. So,
come and get it.
Is Phoenix going for an old Urn build because he's got the wrong items for an Urn? Or maybe he's just going double Bracer into Atos, I'm presuming. But it just seems kind of weird to pick up the double Gauntlet right now.
That is odd. And also this means that he's... Well, what is...
I mean, I guess he is a strength hero, but it's just... I haven't seen this in a long time.
But
30
so
seconds
as I was
to
getting at,
go.
though, this also means that he's going to be laning, though, right? Like, where Nick's
Yeah.
assassin is going to be roaming.
I believe so.
With the boots first here. All right, so we
Yeah,
got
very interesting things coming out of this game.
well, we got caught up with the Quaswex Invoker there, but again, the final pick Axe from Empire. What's the value of Axe this game? You think?
Honestly, good question. There's not like a
The
specific
battle
hero that
begins.
it's very superb against. Oh, he's gonna try to snag the bounty. A Ghostic gets it. There's no escape here for. Yeah, he did level Battle Hunger first, so they're gonna try to slow him down. A couple more ticks of the Battery Assault. A couple auto attacks. That's 0 armor onto the Phoenix. Now he does have extra added HP because of that double gauntlet, and that might keep him healthy right now, and it will. Ghostic, he's gonna pull the lane. Doesn't have the spin. But he's going to pull this and make Nikwa try to farm under his tower. No, the creep wave is just going to match up. Or he's going to bypass that and make it go past the creep wave. He gets it a little bit, yeah. So he's going to have to farm some of these under his tower. In fact, all of them.
He'll pull up to the jungle instead, so Nikwa choosing to get the Fire Spirits first. And yeah, having to try to last hit under the tower. I'll see he's going to be able to perform there.
Let's count this. 1.
No.
Nope. He's going to get the range creep because he's set up. This one might be weird. Yeah.
Tough. So got 2. Not easy. Not easy. STST, also not easy for him. He has Impale, but the Battery Assault was also causing an issue. He actually ends up
nice
missing
juke.
it and deny. Oh, Maposhka gets it. He tried at the last second, but yeah, good chase by the Clockwork Axe, by the way. I mean, that in itself is just like, what's going on here? We have a Phoenix Nyx versus a Clockwork Axe.
Dota.
Woo! CIS
Yeah,
Dota,
it's
man.
kind of interesting. Now he does have before I would have been like, wow, this is spin versus. I know this is a long time ago, but I still think about this. How when spin was physical damage, and against a hero with like 0 armor, it would be so huge, but now it's pure, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It has its ups and downs, mostly ups, but still some downs in some situations. But yeah, so that lane is kind of weird. What about top lane? We got safe lane Veno and AA against Lich Void, which is a bit more standard. Now Troll, because this is now as pure 1v1, should have a much better time than the Invoker mid. And yeah, you see that. I mean, the attack animation and damage is just awful compared to Trolls. You're looking at a 4-1 Invoker who's already taken lots of damage compared to a 12-5 Troll.
Well, and I feel like we usually see this with Thompson's Invoker because, again, not going to the Exor means his last hitting, his attack damage is going to be that much more nerfed as well.
Really,
so.
Yep, I saw that with Inflame, too. He would always lose mid. He lost mid every game he would play, but come mid-game, he just knew how to cast his spells perfectly and knew who to... Yeah, if you're watching it right now, he's just missing a lot of the CS on the tower. Gets that one, fortunately, but it's a rough mid lane for sure. And you know that going into the game.
Is under attack.
Watch that happen. Gostic, he was doing the more jungling, but Nyx eventually came up. The Fiery Spirits applied, and they slowed him down enough to actually just run him down, and he couldn't really do much about it. So this dual lane is now kind of working out here. Nikwa's found a little bit more farm, and has a kill to go with that. Clockwork's found himself, he was rotating middle, but now he's rotating back to the bottom lane. And look at Axis running at them again. Who doesn't have his Berserker's Call just yet. So he can't do a big play right here necessarily. And yeah, Phoenix just doing a good job of kiting him. Has the Icarus dive if necessary. Gonna go back in even. Applies the Fiery Spirits. There we go though, the cog up, and we'll just use that Icarus dive. Does not cost any mana. So gets out of there freely. We pop the mango after that too. Top lane. What is this about? Illidan just running at Ancient Apparition. Here comes a Venomous Scale. No, he actually missed. He's going for a Lich in the back lines, but ended up whiffing that. Venomancer, though, 19-2, 11-0. Faceless Void on the other side. Bottom lane. Nikwa might actually die right here. Does not have the Icarus dive just yet. 5 more seconds. He's going to try to juke a little bit. 2 more seconds. Oh, he has it.
He might even get a kill here. He might get a
Wow.
double. Oh, gets one. But Poshka taking some tower damage. If he leapt up, if he did the upwards to go on the Clockwork as well, he maybe could have gotten a double kill. But nonetheless, gets that 1 kill. And he's up to almost level 5 as a result of that solo kill with the experience that he was given. Nicely played from him.
Phoenix is kind
double
of
gauntlet, man.
Yeah, you're right. That's actually paying off now, isn't it? But he also is one of those heroes that, again, level 10, the 20% experience gain, similar to you mentioned the Jakiro earlier, and yeah, they're really ramping up his levels. So
he's got great talents too. I mean, but even both of them at 15, like 150 GPM for a 15 talent. There's less at 20. There's a lot of heroes that have less than that at 20. So that's huge. But I've seen most people get the plus 65 Fire Spirit's DPS. It does a lot of damage. And you got Spell Amp or Armor. I mean, he's got really good talents. 25 is amazing too.
Middle lane, it looks like Lich was assisting somewhat, but again, Boker level 5 now, so he is starting to build up the cold snap here a little bit. Going to try to finish the phase boots at least before he can start trying something here perhaps, and then eventually the Urn again. Trenko boots finished on Phoenix meanwhile. Phoenix also again leveling up the Icarus Dive and the Fire Spirit, so he's just passing up Sunray for now. He's definitely playing more of this more aggressive build here, because of the idea that he's more of the safe lane, essentially,
Radiant's
at this
middle
point of the
tower
game.
is under
What impact is that going to have, though? I mean, well, to be fair, he's only 12-1, so he really isn't even farming that well. But with the hero kills, that, of course, helps. But, yeah, what kind of items are we going to see on this Phoenix, you think?
Well, it looks like he's queuing up a Midas, which is totally fine. Works well with his first talent. And it's just kind of a core staple item for Phoenix in general. You really just want the levels. After that, it looks like he's also queuing up for an Urn, but I really like, a lot of people like to get Veil into like Shivas. Slows them down, stops their auto attacks from hitting your egg even more. He might forgo the Shivas though because there is a troll, but it's still a good item.
Yeah. So
that's typically what I see. It looks like he's going to go Midas, probably Veil afterwards, and then who knows after that, Radiance is an option, Shivas is an option.
Is Ags ever an option, you think?
Later on, yeah, later on.
Okay.
Again, though, he's going to have to gauge how effective this Troll ult is going to be. Troll's having a very good time, so he's going to have a level 2 ulti relatively fast. So, I mean, if it looks like Troll's just going to destroy your ult, then maybe Axe is not a good option. Yeah. Or maybe it is. Maybe he's just barely killing that ult, and it's like, if I had a couple more auto attacks on that ult, maybe I'd turn the fight. So he just has to kind of gauge and see how effective it is.
Oh boy, he's going for it. Is it enough? The burn? No, Gostic gets to the shrine. Good attempt from Nikwa right there. Using that supernova, but ultimately Axe is able to walk away. But yeah, we do not get to see this really at all. I mean, whenever I happen to see a Phoenix in a game, which is very rare nowadays, it's usually a support if anything. But I honestly don't know if I've ever casted more of this farming Phoenix.
Oh, really nice carapace. He carapaced the spin coming out. And they actually are going to dive this, literally. He gets the call. There is no ult yet, just in time. But the dominant, I can't speak, the dot damage barely, it doesn't get him. And in the meantime, we get a gank from Poshka on Thompson. A lot of weird stuff going on.
I was going to say, I don't even know if that's a gank more so. What the hell is Thompson doing up here? Watching the bottom lane, and I guess FN was very low, so that must have been a case he tried to chase for the kill onto the Troll Warlord, and Clockwork was able to respond, actually. So, yeah, but not killing that Axe, man, twice. He used a supernova the first time, this time diving. He has to TP out, so really committing to make that kill happen. And just coming up short. But Phoenix is level 6 now, again, he doesn't have supernova just yet. It's off cooldown, but he picked up an Urn even, and so he actually goes the Urn before he even hand a Midas here, as if he wants to fight. And they are going to go on a Chappie, time dilation, slowing him down. Icarus dive, going forward. Lich comes in with a Frost Blast, level 1. It's enough though. God, he's so slow. Even in molasses, man.
Yep, and he gets 2 Urn charges now, which is really important. They're trying to maybe go on him, or at least find somebody, but nope, they're not going to find anybody. Yeah, I wonder if these are just 2 casual gauntlets, because it doesn't look like he has Rod of Atos queued anytime soon. He's not building bracers. So, and he did build an Urn, so maybe he did think it was like the old Urn recipe. I don't know. Anyway, call up onto Void. Doesn't quite get the extra spin.
Oh. I mean, that's going off.
There's a Troll ult. Not in time. Oh my god.
It doesn't really matter, though, as Illidan is going to end up falling, and now Phoenix, he's trying to set up these kills more. He actually might get it on the Venomancer. Yep, the Urn takes him down, but now Nikwa Dealing with the spin of Gostic. Got to be careful with that. Pexu charging in as well. Again, only level 1 Frost Blast, though. He turns his attention to Clockwork and deciding it's better to run off. So very close calls right there. Venomancer picked off. And that Supernova did work.
I feel like if you have an Urn, if you get a kill onto a hero, even if you're out of range, that you should still get Urn charges. Because if you got extra Urn charges right there, you would have got another kill. Speaking of Urn, they now have 2. Which is very interesting.
Yeah.
They have a second Urn on Invoker, which is something you usually never see because now you're going to split up the charges and someone's not going to get them. It's very annoying in team fights when that happens.
That's a good point, actually, because Thompson always gets it. But so if you're Phoenix, maybe that's an oversight on his part, but at the same time, the synergy with the Cold Snap on the QW Invoker is what we really see with it. So he actually destroys the middle tower. How about that? The EMP Tornado throws up Troll, and he gets the middle tower. So, I mean, look at the recovery. The CS, he's still behind Troll, but he's second overall in the game, and gets a tower kill right there. He's going to assist for a kill. The Cold Snap's coming out, and Clockwork is going to die. So, well, you see right there, he doesn't get any Urn charges. Phoenix does.
Yeah, and this is what we always see from Quaswex Invokers. Their mid lane in the laning phase is just so horrible, but their spells are very, very potent. Like, arguable, like, considering if you compare them to how strong Exort Invoker spells are right now, they're just way stronger. The EMP Tornadoes, I mean, granted, those are basically his only spells in Cold Snap, but they do a lot more work than just Forge Spirit Cold Snap, in a general sense.
Okay, this was awkward. I kind of saw him. I was wondering what Effen was doing. They dove the Nyx Assassin, and then he popped really out, and then he kind of just stood there. Nyx Assassin used Vendetta and ran away. And so, clearly, he just has some kind of tech issue.
He should be okay, even if they try to be scummy and, like, go on him. They can just run to the right, and he has a haste rune, so. No,
he should survive. It's just a matter. I wonder if they could have maybe got the Nyx. But no, with the Vendetta, I don't think they're getting that anyways.
Yeah, no dust.
So he's good there. But, yeah, Invoker, he's got the wand now on top of that. The drums are coming along, so Thompson, he's just behind that Troll Warlord as far as the overall farm goes. Speaking of Troll, is there something on the Courier for him? No, that is not his. There's only a ward on the Courier, so I'm guessing he is going to go the Mask of Madness, though. That just seems to be the go-to item on so many heroes nowadays. I'd expect to see that on Troll. Axe is going to be going the Blink ASAP. He pretty much just went Tranquil Boots, BMS, and then Blink Dagger, nearly 1,500 gold saved up. So, almost there.
Yep. FN. He's got some internet issues today.
Yeah. He's back now, at least. And they do give the go-ahead. So we are good. Speaking of Mask of Madness, do we think, is this a Mask of Madness Faceless Void game as well, early on?
I would say so, yeah. I would say so. It's very, very good on him.
Huh. STST just sitting on top of Troll here as he's farming the jungle camp. Ports are coming in. Phoenix here as well. Supernova is ready. There's a Chronosphere. Supernova on top. No, he's not going to do that. Not even necessary. Why waste it? And they get FN. So eventually they do rotate over.
For a second there, I thought Phoenix was on the team of Dire because Illidan was attacking so slowly, but then I just realized he actually just doesn't have treads, so his attack speed is really bad.
Yeah. No, he's not the most farm yet. He had a struggle at that top lane, but there you go. He's got the power treads now. So a little faster. Maybe put some pressure down here at the bottom lane. But again, so yeah, Invoker going pretty much ride out the storyline for Thompson's Invoker build every game. It's following suit here. The drum's coming along.
For me.
After the urn. And does he get Orchid after that?
No, he usually goes Hand of Midas into Axe after this.
Midas after the drums, interesting.
Yep. There was one game he did not go Midas, so it hasn't been every game, but most he's gone Midas into Axe. So we'll see if he changes it up here, but I do recall one time where he did not.
Yeah, the old popular build used to be this into an Orchid, or even just an Orchid Rush. But I think Axe is just so good on Invoker, it's kind of hard to pass it up.
Well, they find Chappie over here. Ice Blast is coming in response, and there's a hook shot for further response. That's definitely kill on Pexu SUST. Oh, he just chops him. Gonna say a Berserker's call to stop him, but no, he didn't even need that. Colding Blade does the work.
And I don't think they had vision of this, but he picked up the blink right after he chopped him. So he can maybe look for an initiation on the Void. Doesn't want to reveal his blink dagger just yet. And how many points? He has 3 points in call, so it's a decent duration. Void maybe walks back up here. There's a lot of creeps right on him. Yep. This could be an easy call, easy death. Lots of damage.
He couldn't even use the Colding Blade because he got bashed, actually, but
yeah,
didn't matter.
Really nice timing for him. And unfortunately, Odin walks up with a whole creep wave right on top of him.
Yeah, that was that's what you don't want to have if you have an axe on the other team, and especially with that blink. So he has that now and got that kill, and Blade Mail feels like it's always a great item to have on this hero, so I'd have to expect that that's probably going to be next for the axe here. Troll does have the Mask of Madness almost finished, just needs the Morbid Mask. Sounds expected there. Still unsure with the Faceless Void, as hasn't made any progress just yet towards getting that. But yeah, look at Axe. He's starting to play pretty aggressive now. He's not going to sit back and continue to farm with that blink. He wants to farm heroes. Try middle. Oh, the creep wave. Oh, yep, there you go. He catches it. Ice Blast. Can he maybe Ghost Walk? Tornado? Pops it. Yep, he's good. Did not get the spin procs he was hoping for. And now Caustic. He might die. Sunray, Icarus dive. Has it. Get denied. He's too tanky. Yeah, there was like, I think only like one spin proc in that.
At the very end, yeah. Very unfortunate considering it was like a, what, level 4 call, I want to say? And he had like an entire creep wave on him. Compare that to the call he had on Void where he just spun, I think, 3 times immediately. Action here bottom, Chrono used with the MP.
Yeah, catch the troll. Ice Blast is going to connect on them, but actually just the Faceless Void, so the Time Walk not going to be as useful, but still. Great kill, and look at Invoker. You know what? Now that I think about this, he actually did do this the last time I watched him. He actually went Necronomicon, and he's doing that here.
Dire's top tower is
interesting.
Under attack.
For push, mana burns, nice always. So
you know, Necro is actually really good this game because they have 2 heroes that, actually 3 heroes that could potentially accidentally kill the book. The 2 ones, the 2 main ones being the axe. Axe can spin it down, and the troll can kill it with its whirling axes. Nikwa, a little bit of a bind, perhaps. The call does hit. AA Blast to follow.
It's going to force them out with Supernova, and it's not going to work. So, the post got credit for the kill. Nice find there. This Blink Dagger of Axe has been doing some work. Cold Feet going to proc here on a Nyx Assassin. They dust him up. Spiked Carapace wears off, but Gostic, he's turning around. Getting low himself, he knows support's coming. Not worth sticking around, or maybe he is it. He goes back over the blink, he misses, he gets stunned. And now Gostic is going to be picked off because of that decision. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Ancient Apparition does go down, actually. Thompson finds him. He tries to tornado off the clockwork, but just happened to miss him there.
Roach, in the meantime, is being done by a double damage Troll Warlord with the assistance of Venno.
And they're going to get it, as you usually would expect, especially with the double damage. The Troll. Venno, Hurricane Pike. This has seemed to be the more go-to build in my recent Venno games I've been witnessing.
Yeah.
Just going like straight Hurricane Pike.
I'm a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of, I mean, some games it's okay to do this like this pipe rush or the solar crust thing, but I think that pike is just so good, especially in well, I mean, it's really good in every game. Good stats, lower cooldown on the force, good overall item.
Yeah. Force staff picked up on Clockwork now.
Top tower is under attack.
Some assistance there. Definitely a candidate for Blade Mail as well, but Force staff, again, it's very good value in any game, and especially against a Chronosphere. Things like that. Also getting away from the Chain Frost bouncing around, the Phoenix Supernova, so has definitely multi-purpose.
Well, you can't Unfortunately, I don't think you can force them through the chrono. But in fact, it's kind of funny because, like, if anything, the Force Staffs are going to be even better on the Radiant team against the Clockwork. But we see 2 Force Staffs already picked up for the Dire. I hear a call. They're trying to find a Nyx.
Yeah.
Not there.
I knew he's in the area, but unable to actually find him right there. Oh, however they do. Hookshot connects, and now Nyx Assassin in trouble. Maybe try to set up any kind of turn. That's not going to work, though. Phoenix comes into the last second. The Sun Ray too late. Only on level 2 anyways. And they secure it. So this is a very active lineup here from Empire. They've really hit that mark of, as the whole team now, they're ready to go. Troll Roller with the Aegis, of course. Double damage bottled up. I feel like he just had a double damage run.
Yeah.
Kill Roshan. And he's like, all right, I'll get another one to do the buildings now.
Yeah, I think what happened was he bottled a DD, used it, and then there was a regen in between the next 2 runes. Oh, Tornado does hit with the Necronomicon down, gets a cold snap, and that should pretty much finish him.
Yeah, the Impale does for sure. Chronosphere catches FN as well. He had that double damage rune active, but he's in a bad spot. Chappie, he launches the Poison Nova, so they might get Troll Roller. He gets a bash proc, but no, he does fall. But, of course, the Aegis will bring him back up. Chappie forced out. That's not going to save him. Everyone else is dead. The Supernova going off right as he comes up. And FN's going to be picked off as he resurrects right there. So that ends up being 4-0. SFTe. They just run at them, and it works.
What a chain frost, man. That had the perfect bounces as he's running away. It goes to the neutral camp here, and it bounces to a couple neutrals and bounces right back to kill. I can't remember who was first dead.
Ancient Apparition, I think.
Yeah, I think it was actually Ghostic is who I'm thinking of. But
okay.
Either way, it did a lot of damage, that fight. And now it's going to be even closer to level 12 here for Lich. So that level 2 is going to be coming out. He's actually rushing a Yules. Interesting against the clock that he wants the Yules. But Yules is very good against the Axe. As soon as he goes and calls, Yules him, no spins, and then you can follow up after that.
A defensive tool there, yeah.
Yeah.
And I know these players practice this here all the time, and a player like Thompson, of course, does this all the time, I'm sure, but whenever I do see an item like a Necronomicon, I just think how ridiculous that is, seeing it on a hero like Invoker. And just how many buttons he's pressing, man, in these fights. But he's ghost walking aggressively here. He is looking for a kill, and actually Axe blinks in. Can he solo kill him? Probably not.
It's going to take some time with... He has to have Cold Snap. He doesn't have it right. Oh, there he goes. He quickly, very, very quickly invokes that. So very nicely done from him.
Yeah, again, he's confident, and sure enough, that answers the question. That was a solo kill there. He gets Ice Blasted, but now he's going in again with a Ghost Walk. He's going to run at them. Troll Warden's going to get caught. Force staffed away. Clockwork doing everything he can to keep him alive. May have just done that as he cogs in a couple, but he's, of course, going to kill himself. Oh, the Tornado hits! Troll in the back lines, and he will get the kill. What a tornado from Thompson. And the Sunray nuke on top of Clockwork, helping to burn him down as well, just one after the other. Thompson just dominating this top lane, and obviously plenty of team support to assist.
Yeah, this goes back to the whole point of Qualifier versus XOR. It's like, it's similar to like if I'm in a pub game and some guy picks Meepo on my team. Usually the response isn't, oh shit, I got a Meepo on my team. It's, yes, I got someone that picked Meepo, because if they picked Meepo, that means they probably know how to play it. Or it's like, if you see someone that's starting Quaswex on Invoker, it's like, it's not, oh crap, they're not going Quaswex, not XOR. It's like, yes, they probably know how to play Quaswex really, really well. Very rarely do I see someone go Quaswex over XOR and then suck. They usually know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And he is just landing everything perfectly.
You don't blindly do this. This definitely takes practice, and it's paying off for this game at least, and that's a top tower kill as well. So Necronomicon level 3 is going to be finished. Faceless Void. He ended up going Hand of Midas into Yasha, by the way, so he never went the Mask of Madness, as we were mentioning earlier.
Okay.
Choosing better of it.
I know Mask of Madness is a huge value to it, but I'm always in the boat where I can't stand not being able to cast spells. Like, I don't like silencing myself. It just feels awful. But I know it has great value, but anyway. go.
Dust.
Oh,
Yeah.
he takes the bounty rune with a quick blink out. Very nicely done.
They got exposed. It took them, it almost felt like a couple of seconds right there to actually dust. I was wondering if they even had it. And eventually they are just a little bit too late, so well played by STST there on Nyx Assassin. I also just love seeing this Topson Invoker. He's using this Ghost Walk constantly aggressively. We really don't see that often. Usually you'll see it as a very defensive mechanic.
Right.
He's just going in with it. 520 move speed.
I wonder if they think this axe is real. He was pinging it out, but maybe he doesn't think it's real. Well, they see the void going up into their ancients, so maybe that's going to make them a little bit, yeah, they think it's real. Oh, nope. They don't. Okay, they smoked through. Their smoke didn't break. Now they're looking towards the ancients.
Oh, boy.
There is no BKB. If they can open up with a stun, he knows something's up. Gets the blink in, but it's a little awkward.
They choose a man fight. He popped the Shrine for this. Pops a Rolling Axis. Should help a little bit, mitigate some damage, but okay, he's going to run away. The Puzzle Box, or the Necronomicon minions chasing after him. Chronosphere hits a couple, though. Jappy off to the side. Already used the Poison Nova, trying to assist his teammate. Supernova is activated at the last second, and that's going to end up going off. It looks like they cannot destroy it. They did kill Faceless Void, but Phoenix stays alive, and off to the side, Tops is continuing to do plenty. The Cold Snap's coming out. Alacrity's back ready to go. Hexu actually barely lives, but a 3-for-1 there for SFTe.
I was so close to all chatting LMAO. It was like my FPL tendencies, but that ice or that frost nova, chain frost, sorry, bounced to the Veno, and that troll that barely survived ran all the way around into a 4-staffed Veno that killed him with it. He was totally fine, and he just brought the chain frost to his buddy. And whether that's his fault for running into him or FN running back in with like 10% HP, I don't know. But it was just hilarious to see. Because I saw the Chain Frost, it was on like 2 heroes that just got stunned, and it was like, oh, what an unfavorable balance, because it went all the way over to the Veno that was running away. And he ran into the loving open arms of the troll.
Whoops. Yeah, it seemed like at the beginning of that fight that he was going to survive, but that makes sense then. That's how he died in the end. Up to the side. So that's, again, a 3-for-1. Losing Faceless Void, but also Phoenix, man, on the edge right there. A sliver of life, and he barely got off the Supernova. And obviously they were unable to destroy it, so he comes back resurrected, full, good to go. He has a Shiva's now keyed up. He did go the Veil, as you're talking about, for that here. So he's this is a very farmed Phoenix. He actually is above anyone else on even the dire side in this game. He's only behind his teammate Topson on that Invoker, who now even has the Forest Staff queued up. So just yet another activatable item. And he's going to have to press right here. Venomancer, Mjolnir, looks like it's going to be his item choice, so really liking the right-click idea. Assistant with Troll Warlord here. Axe, BKB, obviously very good this game, as it usually tends to be. And Nyx Assassin is back. STST does have that blink. May end up using it here in the middle lane if finds a target pushing out. Okay, here we go. Siege in the wow, sieging tier 2. Using that Necronomicon. Ah, never mind. It's not even off cooldown actually.
Oh, I'm glad we actually got to pause because I got to watch that that fight again. That was so funny to me.
I wish I caught the Chain Frost on camera. I'm glad you were able to describe that at least, but I think I missed that, unfortunately. Well, let's go back to the replay moments. STST, he's sitting on top of Chappie. He missed the Impale. Oh, no. We've seen him whip that a couple of times. It's definitely not an easy stun to land, but EMP on top. Got stunned by the spiked Carapace, those fiery spirits. He's dead. Maybe not. Never mind.
He has a 17 stick. Yeah. They should be okay. Meantime, bottom lane's being pushed a little bit, or at least pressured. They know that this Invoker's running around Ghostwatch as they have a sentry for the Nyx. That's one thing you have to be careful is when you have 2 Invis heroes that there's going to be added sentries and just counter vision in general. They just get more value out of it. So that's one good thing that he has for this Necro 3 is that since there are going to be so many sentries lying around, he's going to be able to spot them out. So he's going to know where it is safe and where it's not.
What's over here in the jungle? Nyx Assassin again. Checking out, you mentioned all the sentries around, so Every time he walks by one, it seems like a ping comes out. On cue there. Faceless Void. I'm guessing we're going to see a Manta style from him.
Time is money.
With that Yasha. Probably the Manta Defusal combo. A lot of damage output from that.
Manta could be a double-edged sword this game. It's obviously very good against the Troll because you can cancel. Oh, hook shot onto the Nyx. He has no Vendetta. Even if he did, they have a dust ready for him. Has the Carapace. It's going to mitigate a little bit of damage. Is he going to be okay? He does pop the Vendetta for extra movement speed. He's slowed up just a little bit by the dust. Cold Feet will not proc. And he does actually live. My God.
I was going to say the Vendetta was coming up good on there, so I was wondering if it was going to be happening in time, and sure enough, it does. Great job by him. Still can't get over this Phoenix, man. Phoenix is 4,100 gold saved up. 4-1-10. Nikwa's fantastic on this hero as far as his farm is going, and that is going to be a full Shiva's very shortly as well.
Really good for him. You know, I played on a team shortly with Nikwa, and I do remember him telling me that he loved Phoenix.
Really?
Very avid Phoenix player. And similar to Quaswex Invokers or Meepos, that it's kind of a niche hero that if you see someone picking this hero, that they usually are very, very good at it. Case in point, PPD's brother, I always call him Robot Vice. I know he's got another name for himself, but he is a very, very good Phoenix player among being a good Techies player. I know not everyone likes Techies players, but...
I thought you were going to say Techies there. I was like, yeah.
No, but he's a very good Earth Spirit player, and he's a very good Phoenix player as well.
Interesting, okay. I was not aware of that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Nyx Assassin, level 14 now, hits it as he leeches some experience in the middle lane there. Bottom lane, just no one's here, just Creepway pushing up to the tower. You got to think that the dire side finding that a little fishy, perhaps. They're huddling around their bottom shrine. Obviously, Roshan is ready to go as we approach 28 minutes into the game. But not being attempted just yet. Invoker finishes his Forest Staff. So Invoker has a bunch of, strong mid-game items. This is the Invoker build here. So for scaling, though, it's not necessarily all that great for scaling into the game.
No, it's not. I mean, Force Staff is always going to be good, no matter what. He can upgrade it as well. It's kind of important against this Clockwork, and it's Axe turning around, gets the blink canceled, gets his Force Staff, or gets help with the Force Staff from his buddy. Not able to find the initiation. They have the Void running around, maybe looking for a Chrono, but there is vision up here on the top. I think they scouted it with him jumping over. Yeah, and they actually uses the Sunstrike to get vision of that ward. So the D-ward there, and the dire side able to back off before engagement takes place. Troll Warlord, BKP, full 10 seconds is finished. Axe, does he have his yet? No, he actually still has a fair amount off, I guess. Troll especially is probably taking on most of the farm for the team, as well as Venomancer even,
Dire's bottom tower
who is leading the way for the team. Now with the Maelstrom finished, and his own BKB. So those are, we're going to have 3 BKBs coming out here on the Dire team, and especially against more of the Quaswex-focused Invoker. Very, very good item to have. Although Invoker, of course, as he's level 19 now, the X-Sword starts coming online, and there we go. I was going to say, we're going to start seeing some Sunstrikes, and he scouts Roshan with it. Sees them doing it at least, and they are TPing in, so they definitely want to stop this.
They have Phoenix. Phoenix is very good for this. Phoenix got to be careful, though. As Axe runs in, they can pop a Shrine, but AA ulti is down.
And that's a dead Faceless Void. He had Chronosphere to use, couldn't get it off. EMP trying to help protect this Phoenix. And no, the Supernova does go down, so much for... On paper, it should have been a good defense there, but they got jumped first. Well played by Gostic.
Yep, and that's one thing you have to assume when you're going towards Roche is that when the lanes are pushed and just in general, when one team is Roshing, they're probably warding around it and have some kind of vision. Void unfortunately didn't respect that, and I don't know if it was just the vision from this ward up here by his Ancients or if it's just the Veno ward that caught him out, but he got caught out, and Axe with a great initiation secures that Roche.
So Axe with the Aegis. No, wait, what am I saying? Troll with the cheese. I meant to say Troll. And then who had the Aegis? Veno? Okay, yeah, Veno with the Aegis. Right here. Outside, they decide to hand it off. Defusal just about finished now in Troll Warlord. As well, Faceless Void did get that full Manta style. And now the axe is coming for Invoker. So, you know, Quas-X, or whatever, not having an axe on Invoker, it feels so slow. But he is going to be having the axe now, or soon.
Yeah, it really does feel kind of awkward. Down there scouting out Maposka here. They can get some kind of stun. Get a cold snap to start things off. Force staff to help him, but he's still going to fall, I feel. And that's going to be a dead clockwork as well. He tried to use his Force staff for his buddy to save him. That means his is on cooldown.
They're trying to take out clockwork?
Yeah.
Maybe Sunstrike perhaps? Yeah, I was going to say Sunstrike doesn't even necessarily. Meanwhile, over here, everyone's just massively slow, it looks like. Tornado goes through it. Okay, did hit Ancient Apparition on the back lines. BKB is used by Troll. Venomancer gets low, but they do not want to over-pursue. So yeah, kind of two different fights taking place there. Right next to each other. But SFT running at Empire, despite them the ones having the Aegis and the Cheese even. Cheese was eaten by Troll that last fight too.
Bottom tower is under attack.
So that's now
down. And his BKB expended, wasn't able to do anything with it. Now they used the Chrono as well. It was onto a solo Veno, and then they didn't do anything with it. So essentially, let's call that a zoning Chrono. But oh, nice deny there by Chappie. I think that was his Plague Wards. Nonetheless, gets the nice deny. But yeah, that was the Aegis fight in favor of Empire, and SFT will further their lead into about 7K and rising gold lead. But yeah, Invoker really needs this Ags. His spells are just going to do a lot more. You saw right there that last fight before the Roche, how close it was for Phoenix to live. But that Troll is just such a good counter. He was attacking the egg without his ult on and still was able to kill it, just barely. So maybe that's telling him, okay, Ags could be good. Hey, maybe when I get to level 25, I'm going to go for that +2 supernova hit count. Okay. Just maybe a little bit more to survive those really, really fast auto attacks from Troll.
All right, I'll see if he makes some kind of transition there. I mean, for now, he still has the Aether Lens at least queued up for him, but something to think about. BKB on Venomancer just delivered, and he buys both the tomes here. So I know you mentioned that earlier. Yeah, just spam tomes on this hero and get him up there ASAP. So level 25, it's coming along nicely. There's a lot of 20 marks are starting to be hit on either side, including Phoenix with the 8% spell lamp. And what did Thompson go? Nothing yet. And yeah, he doesn't even get the 1-4 spirit here with the 30% XP gain, especially with this build at level 15. So keep an eye to see what he gets. I assume it's safely going to assume that's going to be the Tornado. Cooldown at level 25.
Yeah, that's such a good talent.
BKB almost finished on Axe, so that'll be the trio of BKBs on their side. Troll's going to be going to Blink next. Gotta jump in and get some bash procs in the face of somebody. For now, Nyx Assassin continues to scout, the rocket flying through. We'll see a couple. Faceless Void still doesn't have that Diffusal finished himself, but just about there, and that's a nice combo of the Manta Diffusal. Even with the Hand of Midas on top of that, it's providing some pretty good attack speed for this hero here. Get some extra bash procs. Only the one tower up on Empire's side here in the middle lane. But SFTe not going to really go all out for it. Ags is finished on Invoker, and it kind of goes back to, yeah, once you get that Ags, it feels so much better, I'm sure, on this hero now.
Yeah, using Sunstrike, D-Ward with his Necro 3. They actually smoked up by Empire, and they're going for some illusions mid. They smoked into the, or from SFT's jungle and then ran up top, and I think the smoke is about to wear off. So kind of awkward there. The good thing about this Manta Diffusal build from Illidan is if he jumps this Axe or this Troll, he can drain their mana like instantly in a Chrono. And it actually matters somewhat. Like, you need to cast some kind of spells in these fights, especially as Axe. If you're Axe, or if you're getting mana burned at all, then you're just a spinning creep, so yeah.
That felt like that was a misclick there by Thompson with all the buttons he has to press. He just randomly deafening blasted. Without spout, unless he expected an initiation right there, but he ends up summoning the Forged Spirit.
Here we go, smoke this time from now. Empire does have a bit of a positional advantage. They can spot out the smoke as they walk up, and yeah, they do see something happening. Courier's going to die, but they are on the high ground for the time being.
They did scan the area, so they saw them in the area, and now actually initiation from Clockwork. Chronospin's only hit a solo Ancient Apparition, but the top missed actually from Axe as he was trying to get the Faceless Void right there with that Berserker's Call. Tops in, he ghost walks away. Poison Nova hitting a couple, but Phoenix goes in the Supernova. That is not being destroyed. That's definitely going off. Everyone's spreading away. Axe runs the other direction. Venomancer being run down. Icarus dive forward. The Sunray will snipe him down, and now the Sunray on top of Clockwork. Axe ports in. He goes in with the Berserker's Call, and then we can't really find a place to use it. He will use it right here just for armor, but Faceless Void ends up going down, running to the Bash Procs of the Troll Warlord. Now he jumps on Invoker, and Invoker goes down. The Ultra kill coming out for Troll. And Phoenix gets away barely, but Troll Warlord ends up getting 4 heroes when it's all said and done at the end of that fight. Another very chaotic, scattered fight, but Troll Warlord lives throughout it and comes back in and picks up 4. No,
yeah, did anyone buy back there?
I don't think so, no.
No, huh. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I just chalked that one up to the, can't really afford to chrono the Ancient Apparition solo. Really need to get someone else in there, and even if it's just the Clockwork or another support or something. But he used the chrono, unfortunately, for the AA. Got the kill. As you mentioned, that first Blink Call didn't hit him. How did that hit him? That could have been even a worse fight. But it was still pretty good here for Team Empire. As these teams really just ping-pong back and forth. It's like someone's in the lead, but they just keep losing fights and swings back the other way. Every single game now, it's been like that.
Yeah, they are not afraid to fight. Every single game's been just high octane and a lot of kills to happen. But now you have Troll Warlord, he's level 24. I mean, he's getting up. He's almost at 25. And on top of that, the MKB is in queue. Just about finished for him to pick up, so that's a nice damage amp for him. Venomancer, mentioned the BKB, and actually the Mjolnir is also just about taken care of. And this kind of goes back to Invoker now, too. As far as, I mean, Invoker's always going to continue to have, fairly high impact, but goes back to the build that I mentioned earlier. In fact, he bought a new recipe of drums, didn't he? Because that used to be at 0, so I'm pretty sure he did.
Really?
Yeah. Unless he still has 3 charges at 38 minutes in. I highly doubt that.
That's interesting.
So that kind of goes to the point I was just about to make, though, that, again, he's sitting on a lot of these mid-tier items.
Yeah. It's interesting. He's going for a BKB. Not going for, like, an Octarine or Shivas, something like that. I guess you already have a Shiva, so probably wouldn't want to get that. Although it's still good on him. But, yeah, interesting. That'd be crazy if you really did rebuy that drums. I believe you. It's just that's interesting.
I'm definitely not for sure, but I do find it funny that he has 3 charges because he had to get that around like 20 minutes at the latest. So figure by now it's definitely been used. And I thought I saw it at 0 earlier, but yeah, again the point still stands that he's going to BKB next. So I guess what I'm getting at though is the scaling of this Radiant side. In fact, Faceless Void, they find him doing the Ancients and he's dead. 70 seconds. He has a buyback, and who do they catch over here? That would be Nyx Assassin. Also happened to get caught nearby, and he's staying dead. Yeah, so Tornado will just stall them a little bit. Sunstrike's not going to get a turn kill.
Full Butterfly up onto the Troll Warlord as well. They scout out Roshan, and that's going to be dead. Let's see, what do we do here for Aegis and Cheese? I mean, FN probably wants all his items. I guess he could drop his Mask of Madness for an Aegis. Maybe that's what he does. Or just his boots. Yeah, he probably drops his boots for Aegis. Nope, it's going to be the Mask of Madness. Either way, he has the Aegis. Cheese up on the Chappie. He's got level 25 with wards that have 3 times its HP and their damage. Probably the best talent in the entire game. I'd say either that or like Abaddon's Aphotic Shield. It's probably between those two. I can't think of anything that's just more game winning than those two right there.
The Queen of Pain life still used to be really good, but
yeah, with Blade Mail.
Nerfed the Blade Mail there, so. Took away. Yeah, there's yeah, off the top of my head, I mean, I really can't think of one that maybe would compete necessarily. So.
Oh, you know what? It's got to be Wraith King's doesn't use mana cost for your ultimate. Yep, that's got to be it.
That's pretty strong too.
Forgot
sure.
about that one. Here, let's give it level 25 talent so that you can use your ult properly.
let's fix the hero for you. Yeah. I mean, Lich armor on buildings is also pretty damn ridiculous. We were kind of talking about that, so that has to be up there on the tier list too. But top tower, top lane even. Empire finding themselves up here now, trying to finish off the last outer tower on the side of SFTe-sports.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Don't think. I mean, they're setting up as if they may want to try to defend this, but yeah, it just drops so fast. Tornado comes out, it's just too late. So outer tower's dead. Now, what kind of momentum are we going to see from Empire? Do they really try to go here? Yeah, interesting choice by Troll, but we saw it in the fight. I mean, the butterfly coming out. He had that MKB queued up the whole time, and so he ends up going the butterfly instead over it. Why do you think a butterfly, I mean, other than the obvious, provides, does that make sense to you a little more of the defensive purpose compared to the MKB?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's no reason to have there's not too much of a reason to have MKB. You just don't want to die into a chrono. Like, if he chronos you, with that evasion, it's going to be way harder to bring you down. I don't think Invoker spells are doing enough. It looks, I mean, obviously he's got all his max spells right now on Invoker, so his damage is high, but I think you're more fearing the auto attacks as you approach the late game from Void. So I think Butterfly is fine. It also just gives you amazing stats.
Again, the Aegis in hand. Now those Plague Wards, 3 times health and damage, and they take forever to kill, even one at a time. Keeping them distracted, but this is where SFT is just going to stay for now. FN kind of checks it out a little bit and realizes it's plenty of damage. Oh, that's a Chronosphere. Okay, catches Ancient Apparition. Clockwork also may end up falling. Venomancer though in response, and FN jumps back in on the next Assassin. Gostic trying to catch Thompson in the back lines. I don't know if he missed the call or what, but doesn't really do too much to him as Nyx Assassin does fall, but now FN, he's kiting away, still has that Aegis. Chappie holding his ground, putting in some right clicks, but he's going to Force Staff out. FN decides to go back in, no. Falls back, the Supernova activated in the back lines from Phoenix. Does get used right there. However, Empire, I wonder if they want to reset this. They can't kill the Shrine yet. Still tier 3's up. So, yeah, they're going to fall back for now. That was an aggressive Chronosphere from the side of Faceless Void.
Yeah, he's still got 2, which is, better than last time, but it'd be really nice if we could get one of these cores. They really have no saving, spell for a Chrono. Once you're Chrono, there's no disruption, there's no swap. I don't even think, do they have pipe or anything like that? There's no pipe. They're pretty much dead. Now, of course, again, the only saving grace is that evasion onto Troll. So if you Chrono the Troll, you're going to have to work with that. And with Void being as underfarmed as he is, and he actually, blink call onto Void as we just talked about him. Tons of spin, but that Tornado totally saves him. Topsum gets an blast to save him even further. So right place, right time. This is Invoker bails out his buddy. Gives him more time for Illidan to find some items on the farm. But yeah, he really just needs some more items. He really needs an MKB at this point.
Man, that positioning of Invoker, something tells me that was kind of the plan of, he was going to be sitting there, and just in case they jumped the Faceless, and even if that was the case, it was still very close to actually getting the kill. But perfect time. The Time Walk comes out and stays alive. So now you have again Invoker, pretty key to hit 25 himself. By the way, Phoenix is the first one to do so on this team, and he did get the +2 Supernova hit count, so he at least gets that. And no Ags though at this point. He's actually got a Scythe queued up instead, so like the lockdown.
Can never go wrong with the Scythe.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's any Lincoln Spheres on their team either, so it's going to catch them off guard. Or it could very well catch them off guard.
Yeah, and he kind of has that natural Blink Dagger anyways with the Icarus dive. So doesn't need to worry about that really. But I was going to say Invoker though, talked about again, the Tornado cooldown. Going to bring it down to 12 seconds. And that's going to be even that much more difficult then to actually push into the base. if you're an Empire here. So it's just shaping up to be what could be another pretty a longer game. I mean, we're already 45 minutes in, and there's a good chance this could definitely go over the hour mark at this rate. These two teams just keep making it interesting and duking it out the distance. It's been a while since I've had a series like this, not going to lie, where it just seems to be so much back and forth for the longer games. But TraLFDota, Satanic, is actually queued up on him. And, you know, something I know a lot of people talk about with the Mask of Madness, one of the big reasons, too, why it's so popular is because the idea that you can split it up now. Yet, to be fair, he didn't actually split it up for the Butterfly. He still just kept the Mask of Madness anyways.
Yeah.
But I assume he'll split it up for the Satanic, and he'll just full-on replace it. Coming up next year.
Yeah, probably. Then you can look towards maybe getting rid of the Diffusal for an MKB if that Void ends up farming a Butter. But he's actually going to go for... I can't tell if this is an AC for his own team or if it's just going to be a Mjolnir. But usually if you get the Mjolnir, it's buying the Maelstrom first. There is a Smoke. Does have the blink, so he can find a better initiation, perhaps, with that for that Chronosphere.
Really
Gets on clock. That's not really what you want.
Yeah.
Clock does have a buyback in a relatively. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, respond big time. The firepower's real. Faceless Void will go down. Nick's Assassin, he's chucked up in the air with the yields, but that's not going to save him in the long run. Falls as soon as he, dies as soon as he falls to the ground. Yeah, that Chronosphere, it didn't make any sense. I mean, there wasn't even like anyone there either as far as other people. That wasn't intended, I'm going to solo Chronosphere Clockwork.
Yeah,
and just
who is level 15, by the way, and had a 40-second respawn timer at 50 minutes.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Not good, and Empire, they respond accordingly. After it wears off, obviously there is a buyback here by Lich. Faceless Void does have one too. Nyx does not. It's still very difficult to push.
At this point, it might even just be worth it to BKB and just hit the tower. You know there's not a Chrono up on the Void. If you can at least open up this tier 3 tower to get the shrines, you're going to be in a much better position.
Yeah.
Glyph is popped. Troll wants to go in. He's trying to whittle it down. They have a couple of extra Plague Wards to do the job. Yeah, now they're going to go back and shrine.
Okay. Yeah, it is already a 5-second BKB, so it doesn't necessarily worry about that, but they get it anyways. They pop the shrine. TraLFDota and that Satanic. By the time another fight breaks out, he'll be having that too. He picks up a nice present there with a double damage rune as well to help enhance even more farm. This Phoenix, he's gonna have a Scythe finish, so Phoenix continues to be insanely farmed this game. In fact, he's not the top farm on the team. Thompson actually is on Invoker, even without the Hand of Midas. He's managed to do that. Almost level 25, still not there just yet, and they're going to smoke up as 5, though, on the Radiant team. Going to run at them. Buyback situation. Venom doesn't have a buyback. He's kind of the big one that I'm noticing. And they're just so close. Wow. Both Jack and Roshan. As we see, it's a minute and a half until the spawn. That's going to be a very long spawn here. So they're going to have to wait around for a while.
I think they know that they're smoked. I just saw a cold feet onto a range creep, and he wasn't revealing himself at all.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
There is a ward that's being dewarded, so they know exactly where the Dire is. They're just kind of playing cat and mouse.
Middle tower is under attack.
We go with a
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
Sunstrike to give some vision, and they do some dewarding themselves. That book 3. It is weird to see at 50 minutes. I mean, yeah, he's played very, very well, but it is weird to see his arsenal of items on Invoker at this time.
Yeah.
I mean, he has 7.3k gold in the bank right now. He has a 5100 surplus, so he could buy pretty much anything he wants with a buyback. Octarine Core is 5900, so he needs about 600 gold. They got a shrine or something. He just got a huge surge of gold, so yeah. He's up to 8.3. Probably should look to sell that urn and get his Octarine Core.
Yeah, probably a little higher value of an item there.
Yeah.
At this point in the game. So maybe go to the secret shop here and buy it, but definitely, if he does not buy that before another fight breaks out, that's where it's really, an unfortunate moment.
I think he's going to walk up right now to that that shop and maybe get it. No, he's a little scared.
He's a little scared, yeah. It's easy for us to say, but you look at their vision, and it's pretty dark right now, so he just does not want to overcommit too much. However, on the other side, though, Satanic is now finished on Troll Warlord. He got rid of the Mask of Madness as expected, and I believe Clockwork just got, oh, he has a BKB now.
I'm really curious why he's not just, he's ghost walked. Either really, really scared, they're off here to the left. He's scouting with Forge and Necro, so he should be able to buy this right now. Sell the urn, buy the Octarine. Sell the urn, there we go.
No, he needs to sell it.
It can be annoying to buy sometimes, but...
Well, he put the urn in his backpack.
He just bought an extra energy booster. But he sold it in time. That was close.
He's keeping, I don't know why he's keeping the urn, honestly. It's like, what is that going to do in your backpack?
Me neither.
Anyways, all right, they're going to push tier 3. They feel like they can actually maybe win a fight here. At their base, a big Chronosphere is going to be needed. We've seen these last couple, though, one on AA and the other one on a Clockwork. You got to have him hitting more targets, specifically a core. They actually just TP out. Not worth hanging around. Pexi will throw out the Chain Frost and push out the Creep Wave. Roshan, of course, is up now. And Troll, double damage rune, why not? It's always right in front of the pit, too. It just seems like it happens so often. Let's do Roshan at this key moment. Oh, nice, double damage rune, sure.
And it's off.
All right, here we go. Are they going to really be able to stop this? Probably not. Sunstrike will scout it out finally, but it's just going to be too late.
Invoker's in the base, so that 9-second cooldown tornado is not going to be used, unfortunately, for that Roshan defense. So, yeah, with the aid of that double damage and the AC aura as well, gets a free Roshan kill, gets a free Aegis, has his boots of travel in the backpack, can buy a Moon Shards now if he wants to with another 900 gold to really seal the deal for his items.
That tornado going through. And can spam
It is just so hard to push into 9-second cooldown. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
9-second cooldown tornado. Phoenix casting spells. Oh, Chrono.
Wow, they are going. That was on the back lines. Yeah, the Access actually dead with no buyback. However, Troll, while they're sitting on top of the Supernova, he is going to be able to destroy right here. So Phoenix goes down. Over here, Miposhka gets back with the BKB Invoker, forcing him staff himself back to base. So the Chronosphere was committed on an Axe in the back lines. That's what caused them to react like they were. But even then, I mean, again, he was really far out, and the team wasn't really able to follow the best. Because of the positioning. And now the melee rack's somewhat exposed. Troll Warlord. He has Satanic still. He has the Aegis, though, of course, so he's probably going to let that pop first. As there we go. Tornado will kill him here. Puts the Ice Path down, the EMP right as he comes up. Oh, just mistimed it. Takes a stun, but the Rax is still dead. So even with all this focus on the Troll Warlord, the melee Rax will actually still go down. But you just see Thompson just literally throwing spells at them the whole time.
There's still a cheese on Chappie. He's trying to bait something. Quick blink onto Pexu, gets the kill. There's a BKB available, as well as a Satanic. They might have to use this cheese here for Venno, but he's totally okay in doing so. Pops the Satanic, gets those Necro 3s out. And more pushing into backdoor protection here in Game 3.
Yet again, Invoker. Oh, nice cock forward, actually. Thompson. He may end up going down here. He's definitely dead. He has a buyback, used it immediately. Illidan, by the way, had a buyback the whole time. Chose not to. He does hold off. Granted, it was only the one melee rack, so I think it's definitely understandable there. But Invoker buys back immediately, and that actually gets him to fall. Or retreat, even. So now that's going to be on cooldown for a chunk of time here. 7.5 more minutes. At least he can use that gold that he has now elsewhere as... Oh, he actually buys bots. So, yeah, he doesn't have those yet. Gonna get the boots of travel. Now a Satanic on Venomancer as well. Okay, yeah, this Venomancer is pretty damn strong now. It was before. Middle lane, are they engaging? Mapushka, they find Invoker, that's the prime target. Do they have enough quick for the kill? The Hawk's gonna push away, the Cooling Blade! Oh, it was too early, actually. It doesn't matter. Gostic actually still gets credit for the kill in the back lines. The Chronosphere locking down Troll Warlord, but he does not have enough damage by himself. The Lotus Orb helping him as well, and now the turn onto the Faceless Void. He's bashing himself to death due to the Blade Mail. He goes down, he buys back immediately, but Invoker, obviously that was a dieback. And now with no Chronosphere Faceless Void buyback here, this actually could be it. I'm hesitant to say that with the way this series has gone.
I know it.
But
maybe Neequa makes some crazy defense. Maybe they have 5 tomes that they haven't used, and Lich can get level 25. Who knows?
Who knows?
Radiant's bottom tower is
Empire's not going to give them much time to react, nor they should. FN goes right in. Has Satanic coming back up. Gostic, he'll discharge in, be a distraction if anything. That Blade Mill activated, Icarus dive on through. There's the Chain Frost. Here comes the Poison Nova, though, from Champion.
Only hits on the Nyx.
Yeah, great spread right there. As they, the
Chain Frost. I did hit on the Void as well.
bottom
Oh, very nice dodge in the base Nyx. If he got hit by the AA Blast, definitely would have fallen. That's a great combo.
Huh.
Lich dies again, unfortunately.
Yeah. And Illidan just can't feel confident going in to try to man-fight here. Not having a buyback, no Chronosphere. Empire just cleaning up the objectives and truly, truly trying to finish this game. And thus take the series. Game number 3. Axe goes in. This is it. The last-ditch effort. Faceless Void just drops. He's locked down there due to the Berserker's call. Neequa could not do a damn thing about it. And that will be Megas. And, you know, they may not even call it GG. They may just let this finish the old-fashioned way, considering how it's gone. But it should be Empire taking the series 2-1 against SFTe-sports. So a long series, all 3 games essentially hitting the hour-plus mark. And in the end, Empire, just a bunch of swings back and forth, too. But, yeah, Empire's going to be taking it 2-1. They're in the overtime now of having fun here. Padding the stats. Supernova, kill it. FN's got it. It's dead again. So is everyone else other than Invoker. So yeah, we got to see some fun Quaswex Invoker build yet again from Thompson, but this, and I know.
I gotta agree with you. I agree. I don't think that the Necro 3 really did anything this game. And unfortunately, I think that it's just his farming. I mean, I think he played well. Like, I think all his spells were on point. He had a very hard task in front of him. They weren't getting, to be honest, very good at Chronos this game, and he had to kind of make up for that. But at the same time, I don't think that the Necro 3s really provide a lot other than some counter warding with Sunstrikes.
Well, they come up short, and again, the group stage is here, so still plenty of games to play. But in this series, at least, Team Empire will get the victory, and they get the bonus point even, so they get 3 points out of this with a 2-1 victory. On the other side, SFTe-sports will go away with a 1 point, as at least they got the 1 game here. So, but that is going to wrap up things for today for the SkinCoin WCA, guys. We had 3 best-of-3s in total for today. Starting tomorrow, though, it should only be 2 best-of-3s, as now we're caught up with the group stages here, and don't really have any reschedules or. I mean, we could possibly still, but as of now, that's not the case. But wrapping up for today, Tralf joining me on the broadcast here. Tralf, any shout-outs, any last words from yourself?
Nope. Just thanks everybody for watching. Fun games. A lot of cool, interesting heroes picked. I will say that.
Oh yeah, no, we definitely got variety there. I mean, we saw the typical Shura and Venomancer Necro went out, but we definitely got some variety. Even this last game, again, the core Phoenix. Do it work, and then Gostic on the axe. Always fun to watch, too. But, guys, wrapping things up for today. Once again, the SkinCoin WCA. You type !SkinCoin in chat for the giveaway opportunity. Visit skincoin.org, the cryptocurrency site that actually, the latest one on the esports world. You can actually trade in for your favorite Dota 2 and CSGO skins. Again, that's skincoin.org. We will be back tomorrow, though, and speaking of that, the matches for tomorrow are Team Empire versus Hellraisers taking place, and then Vega Squadrons will take on SFTe-sports. So, again, these are the 4 teams in Group A, and that's what we're focusing on for both tomorrow and even the following day. And then we'll bounce over to Group B, which you got Mousesports, Kingwin, Mitter Feed, and Effect over there. Only 2 teams from each group advance on to the next stage, and then ultimately 2 teams advance on to the LAN event portion. Thanks again, though, guys, for tuning in to the SkinCoin WCA tournament here, the European qualifiers. I was BreakyCPK, joined by TraLF. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.